Hi everybody, John Hannon with the Pulsing Cinema, and we've got a rare movie of the day today. We've got Queens of Evil, 1970 Italian-French co-production starring Ray Lovelock as a kind of a hippy-dippy biker who winds his way through a magical wood. One night he sleeps in a garage of a mysterious-looking country house, and he wakes up to find himself in the lap of these three mysterious women who are not as they seem, and the young hippie is seduced by these women into sacrificing his ideals for passion and lust. So, an Italian kind of strange, the only film that, the only type of, way this film would be made if it was made in the early 70s. Because, it's an Italian kind of Euro cult type of film, has a Euro horror vibe. Parts of it almost have this vibe of a Japanese ghost story in the woods. But there are other elements that are firmly entrenched in like gothic horror. Ray Lovelock, the lead actor, a great-looking young character actor at this time, had done some spaghetti westerns, would go on to do, Let Sleeping Corpses Lie, and he did a buddy cop film for Ruggero Deodato, the director of Cannibal Holocaust. He did a film called Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man, where he co-starred as one of the psycho cops in that film. And Ray Lovelock, as I said, great-looking guy, a heartthrob type of actor, and the signature of him is in his films, he's often riding on a motorcycle and he's singing the theme song. Because he did like that and Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man. He's on the motorcycle. He's on that goddamn motorcycle and Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. And he's on the fucking motorcycle here again. But he looks very young. He's a young. He looks very, especially baby-faced in this film. This is a very early role for him, it seems like. And not a lot happens in the film. There's some really excellent production design in the film. The house of these three women, witches. Very early on, you realize these women are kind of from somewhere else. Are they harpies or demons or witches, or there's some type of characters that are pulling this idealistic hippie away from his goal and tore into their pit. There's not a lot of sex in the film. There is a little bit of sensuality, but there's not really a lot of overt sex in the film, or at least the cut that I watched. There's not a lot of violence, though there is some violence toward the end and a confrontation in the climax to the film. But overall, there's just this kind of sense of overbearing dread and the fear of the unknown, and there's all these things kind of going on in the periphery of this main hippie character that kind of freak you out. The totality of it definitely kind of freaks you out. So a charming film if you love Eurocult films. If you love Ray Lovelock, if you can't get enough of Ray Lovelock, then he's and his motorcycling and his theme song singing, you gotta watch this film. And of course, it's an Italian film, early 70s, so it's got those ideas of the class warfare and the warfare between men and women and all of that, that kind of heavy, Italian symbolism and the stuff, that they'd always work in their films. Even the seediest, Eurocult sex film, you've got some of that, heavy, high intellectualism in it. And Queens of Evil is not a very seedy film. It's a very, mainstream type European film of the early 70s. But it has all that stuff in there. A little bit of the low and a little bit of the high. That was what Italian film was about. And I guess that's why we love them still today. But yeah, a moody film. Not a bona fide classic, but definitely if you ever have the opportunity to watch it, I think it's worth a watch.